Sync right now.
All right. Great. All right.
Your brother's
that was
here.
a warm up. That was a warm up.
Yeah. Okay. This is new, and they're not gonna know that we started a show and then you messed up.
Yeah.
And then we had to do it over.
There's a lot of good energy that I just kind of threw out the window.
Yeah,
there.
it was.
I'm sort of sad. All right, I'm going to do the intro, and then we'll get into things. And
Fantastic.
so let's do 3, 2, 1.
Hey guys, welcome back again to the second time of the Cord and Tory Show, episode 35.
Yeah, 35.
This week we have a lot of information. We actually had so much information, we're not even going to be able to get to it all this week.
Yeah, and we didn't have enough mouths to get to all the information, so we decided to hitch another mouth in here.
Yeah. And from the bloodline, actually.
From the bloodline. We have a special guest hailing from Western Massachusetts. Please welcome to the show my brother, Cash McConnell.
Hey guys.
Yeah, welcome.
Woo!
That's
so
Cash.
you got special guest.
Yeah, so if you're watching this at home, this week we're doing a video along with the episode.
Yeah.
You can see us right now.
Shout out to Cree. Hey Cree.
Yeah.
Hey Cree, with cameras right there. Say hey, wave everybody.
Hey.
Yeah, so we're doing this as a still, SoundCloud and YouTube, SoundCloud and iTunes podcast link, but we're also recording this live, coming at you from your local upstairs part of Court's home.
Yes. And basically, let's just jump right into it. So we're going to be talking about a couple things today. We're going to be talking about
Give me the rundown.
Some new trailers coming out.
Yep.
And then we're going to just talk briefly about some Christmas movies that you should probably check out.
Sure.
They're on my list.
Yep.
I don't know if I'm going to get to all of them.
Is Krampus on there?
No.
Okay, Krampus is
We're not
going
to be talking about Krampus
Krampus
today.
is great. I really want to see it.
I don't think.
Moving on.
And then we're going to finish up with this science fiction indie movie that's coming out in a few days.
Okay.
I just want to spend a little bit of time.
It's like low budget kind of thing,
It's
right?
like I think it's shot on an iPhone.
Okay.
It's that low
All right,
budget.
cool.
Yeah. But jumping right into it, let's talk about Cash and I watched these guys, and these guys are actually from near our hometown. I think Springfield. They were created. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
They're not from Massachusetts. They're clearly
They are
from New York.
from Massachusetts.
They're from New York.
They are from Massachusetts.
They're born and raised in New York.
If I had somebody on a computer, I would say you
search. So wait a minute. So you mean the turtles were literally hatched in Massachusetts and then driven to New York, and that's when they fell out of their little cage and were fell into goo.
Can you back me up, Cash?
I believe they were from Springfield.
Yes, like college dropouts created the 4 turtles.
Oh! I thought you were talking about the actual turtles, or
the real life Ninja Turtle story.
No, not the real life, but in the story, they're from Massachusetts.
Not in the
anthology. I've never heard of a cross country traveling foursome of turtles. Sorry.
Splinter is from Richmond, Massachusetts. It turns out.
All right, so
Our
go ahead.
Backyard.
Who's from Massachusetts? The creators?
Cash and I. No. Yes, the creators. I think they're 2 college dropouts. They created the show. They created the characters.
Okay.
I think it might have been a comic book first.
Yeah, it was.
Or something.
It
Yeah.
was.
And then it spawned into all this stuff. But the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, the trailer just came out. The full trailer.
Okay.
And I saw it. We all saw it.
We all saw it.
And thumbs up or thumbs down, Tory? I'm going to start with you.
I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up.
Ooh.
I'm going to go ahead and give it a thumbs up. It looks like there's a little more action in it than the last movie.
Yeah.
I like they're kind of doing a toss back because it looks like they're in the river this time. And where, I don't know exactly who it was. I think Donatello's in peril and Michelangelo's, in the air and doing, a tumble and, grabs him before, I think it's Bebop who's, is riding a tank or something in the river. But remember in the last movie, in the trailer, they were snowboarding down an avalanche.
Yeah.
So I kind of like that toss back because that was really cool.
Yeah.
Has some more funny moments in there. Huge props to Stephen Amell. I hope that he really gives it a better rating. Who plays the Green Arrow on the television series
The Arrow. The Arrow.
No.
He's the Green Arrow now?
Now he's a Green Arrow.
Oh, damn!
You gotta keep up, buddy.
With that one.
No, the show is called Arrow, but he's now officially the Green Arrow in the series.
Okay.
But Stephen Amell plays
Casey Jones.
Yeah. You gotta
Cash,
chime in. You gotta chime in.
When we point at you, speak.
Speak when you're spoken to or pointed at.
Don't make me point at Peter again, guys.
You were pointing, he was talking. I was confused.
I was confused.
So I'm gonna give it a thumbs up. I hope that it's better than the last movie. I'm excited to see it.
Cash, your thoughts? Thumbs up, thumbs down?
Partial. I can't give it a thumb up or a
Oh,
thumb down.
Joaquin Phoenix there. Gladiator.
was,
no, all right.
It was interesting to see Bebop and Rocksteady, and for them to make them very true to their characters from the comic book and the cartoon.
Yeah.
So are they actual humans in the cartoon?
They were mutated, weren't they?
I think they were.
From
They were
humans?
exposed to the ooze.
Baxter
Oh.
was as well. You know, Baxter, remember the fly? He was like a scientist and he got transformed into a fly.
That
Or
was
mutated.
Goldblum? In The Fly?
No,
what are you talking about?
We had,
No.
we had the toy growing up. It was
The
on
brain?
cartoon.
Baxter.
not
No,
the
Baxter the fly.
It's like a scientist.
Oh!
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, kind of.
Yeah,
was
yeah.
he in
Toy.
the Super NES game?
Yes.
Turtles through
Yes,
time?
he was.
Yeah, he was.
And he was at the bridge and he was like flying around. He had to like jump
Yes.
up. And down. Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So
Wow.
anyway, yes, there were some other
What a great
mutants.
game.
It was. It still is. So you say thumb indifferent, thumb
Yeah,
middle.
indifferent at this point.
Okay.
All right.
I'll go see it, but we'll see.
All
yeah.
right,
What'd you think of the first one?
The first one was
Don't block your mouth with
It
that.
was okay.
It was okay. All right.
Cord, what are your thoughts?
I haven't seen the first one. I actually kind of liked the trailer.
Yeah.
I did like the funny moments, and what really helped was recently somebody told me that Michael Bay says, "Hey guys, look, my movies are meant for kids. That's what I'm making them for."
Okay.
And I'm like, you know what?
When you have that perspective,
Okay,
Sure.
yeah,
Right?
Like,
Okay.
he's not swinging for
an Oscar or not.
dense characters
Yes.
or like plots that just kind of come together at
Yes,
the last moment.
yes.
Like, the plots that don't do that. So
And,
I've given him more
the next
more benefit of the
actor
doubt.
in contention for best male in a comedy series is Michelangelo.
Ooh,
He's not going for that, right? He's not going to win
Yeah.
any awards.
No,
Like make it a
that-
Kids' Choice Award.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
other than that, he's like, nah.
Yeah.
Nah.
So now I look at these movies a little differently,
Of course.
and I would. I don't know. I would take my son to this. I think we would have a good
Cool,
time.
awesome.
Whatever. Yeah, so
Sounds
thumbs
good.
up, I guess.
All right, thumbs up. Moving on, there's another trailer that premiered in the last week. It's again, I'm a little partial to this franchise. It's called Star Trek.
Yes.
Yes. And did you see the last one
Yes.
with Chris Pine? What do you think of that movie?
Underwhelming.
Okay.
Khan was not much of an adversary.
Yeah. I agree with that.
Yeah.
I agree with that.
I was
Cash, what do you
pretty
think of that
disappointed.
last movie?
I thought their intentions were in the right place, but to take the history of the franchise and kind of switch it around, I think that's why that upset so many fans. And
Yeah.
left a bad taste in their mouth.
Ooh, thorough answer, Cash. I
Yeah.
like that.
He knows his stuff, man.
because for all you non-Trekkies, like they've reversed the positions of Spock and Kirk, right?
It'd be like taking Empire and switching Luke and Vader. As well.
Whoa. We don't spoil Star Wars. All right, some people haven't seen it.
Right.
Like this, I don't know
Well,
what
I
you've
know.
seen. I don't.
Yes, I've seen most of them. Just
After this
not all
past
the
week,
way
I've
through.
questioned everything about you with Star Wars.
But this new Star Trek trailer came out.
Yeah, thumbs up
and
or thumbs down?
You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Here's why. In the original Star Trek with Billy Shatz, as I call him, William Shatner, some of the best episodes were when they were off the ship and onto the planet.
You're talking about of the show.
Yes,
Yeah,
the
okay.
TV series.
Okay.
That was some of the best episodes.
Yeah.
And it looks like the majority of this movie takes place on another planet.
Yeah.
And looks like they're not together. And in the show, there was groups that went down onto the planet at a time.
Yeah.
And there were some who never went down on the planet, who were always on the ship, and some who always were going on the planet.
Yeah.
And this one, the ship looks demolished.
Yeah.
And everyone is on the planet. We don't know what planet this is yet, but you do see alien life and them being surrounded in peril looms.
Yeah.
That's the most exciting thing about it to me, because again, the best episodes were when they went down on different planets.
Yeah.
So given that, I'm giving it a thumbs up in anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cash, what do you
I
think?
would say thumbs up. It looks like new alien species
Yep.
that we haven't seen before. They're on their 5-year journey
What's the 5-year journey? What does that mean? I don't know.
to go out and to
And
search, find new
explore
life.
as much as they can
Oh,
within
The
5
tagline
years.
of the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Pay attention.
So I mean, they're going into it's just uncharted territory as
Yeah.
far as what we can expect. We can't
Yeah.
expect anything.
Okay,
that we
and
would
is
expect.
Idris so thumbs up or thumbs down?
Thumbs up.
Thumbs up. Is Idris Elba in this?
he's an
Who-
alien, yeah.
Oh, is he? I didn't know.
Yeah,
Okay.
I read his name in a trailer and I was like, where was
I
he? in that
assume
trailer?
that's the alien you see, the big green-headed one with the rivets in his head.
Oh, okay.
Assume
Oh.
that's
That
him.
makes sense. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Cord, thoughts? What position is your
thumbs
thumb in?
down.
Thumbs down.
I'm
Come on.
not excited. It looks like a episodic movie, as in like they're gonna go, have a bunch of adventures on this planet, and then everything's gonna be just fine once they get back. Nothing's gonna really change. And since I don't love Star Trek,
in the storyline,
yeah,
overall?
like it's not
Okay.
gonna be very climactic to larger arcs. But I don't even know
Sure,
if they're doing
sure.
it. But
Yeah.
but I'm not going to be very invested in it because
Okay.
I'm not invested in Star. I don't really I don't get a big kick when they use their phasers or like when Spock disappears.
Yeah.
Which I guess he can disappear. Which is
No,
weird.
he was being beamed.
Oh,
Like, beam me up, Scotty, type of thing.
he can just do that.
No, someone's beaming him.
Oh.
We don't know where he's going. And the ship is destroyed, so we don't know who's beaming him.
Ooh,
That's very interesting.
It's also a new director, the guy who did Fast and the Furious.
Justin Lin.
So,
yeah, a lot of
Isn't Justin Lin?
explosion. I think a lot of explosions.
You can expect
coming.
a lot of amazing
Yeah,
action scenes,
yeah.
I'm sure.
I'm excited at that. But thumbs down on your part
Yes,
because it doesn't have an
yes.
overall story.
2
arc.
ups, 1 down.
All right.
Moving on, our cream of the crop here. I think this movie's a little mixed between people. I don't know how you guys feel, but they made a sequel. These are all sequels now that I think about it.
Yeah, they are.
They just released Independence Day 2 trailer,
Yes.
and it's been like 13 years from the first one
Too many years.
ish.
Yeah.
Do you want to start with me this
Yeah,
time?
let's start with Cash.
Oh, let's start with Cash, man. Cash, what do you think?
I gave it optimistic thumbs up.
Mm-hmm.
I like the idea. The question I have is, if you remember from the first one, they upload a virus to defeat them.
Yes.
So, what exactly is going to happen in this movie? Is their firmware just more updated?
They're gonna have the anonymous hack. In
That's pretty good, actually.
I hope that's not it.
That's pretty good.
I like the idea of taking their alien technology to improve Earth's ships
Defenses,
and weapons and
Yeah,
everything.
that's cool, yeah.
I like that the aliens come back, reinforce themselves. Jeff Goldblum is back. The Bill
Pullman, yeah.
the president, is also in there as well. So I'm casually optimistic about it.
All right.
Okay.
Cash, Cord.
Oh,
You guys,
I was
you
counting
guys.
the minutes until you did that.
CT?
I am a thumbs up,
Okay.
mainly because of in the trailer they played Bill Pullman's speech again from the first movie, and that speech is top 3 greatest movie speeches ever.
Really? What are your other? Can you name a couple others? Or just-
Braveheart, Mel Gibson.
Okay.
The before the war.
Yes.
Gotta
And
be
then
top
and then
three, top
and then
five.
Gerard Butler. This is Sparta, right?
ooh, but that's hardly a speech.
You know what? Good enough.
That's close.
I
That's
can't,
4.
I can't even remember the Avatar speech.
Avatar.
I would have said at the time that was a great.
Oh,
Jake's, when he's
before-
speaking to the tribes, when Jake Sully speaking.
Oh,
to
when
the
he's getting the
tribes.
tribes together.
Yeah. At the time, I would have said that was a great one.
Yeah.
But I can't remember it.
That
Yeah.
was a speech. I'm getting really defensive, but that was a speech. Really high. I don't know what I'm up here.
Which speech?
This is part before he kicks him to the hole when the messenger comes and says, "Hey,
Oh, yes.
there's a whole little like
Yes.
we've been here, we got it." Yeah.
Men are responsible for the words coming out of their mouths.
Exactly, yeah.
Blah, blah,
That was
blah.
a speech.
You're right. I thought you were
Yeah.
talking about before the battles.
No.
He doesn't say. He says this
When
is
he kicks
Sparta,
into the big ass hole.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Well, actually, there is a. I like the speech. The other speech I like in that movie is the little speech before he gets shot to death.
Yeah. When he's
Spoilers.
like telling his
My
man,
wife,
we're gonna die.
my love.
Oh,
my,
sure.
Said a couple of things. Not much of a speech. Like
Yeah.
2 sentences.
Okay.
But so sorry. That is a great. That's
Yeah, yeah.
4. That's
Okay,
4. I
okay.
can't figure out what's my number 1 speech.
Okay, all right, cool.
I'll think about it.
But you said thumbs
Sorry,
up.
yeah,
Okay.
thumbs up just because they played that. I hope they don't play it again in the movie
Okay.
somehow, like just do the
Yeah,
recording or
probably
whatever.
not.
But if they figure out how to just stir those emotions again, that would be cool.
Okay.
It's a little weird that aliens are coming back. I guess it's logical in the world that aliens come in the first place.
Yeah, they're,
Exactly,
They're
you know.
locusts. They're looking to harvest planets. Why would you not?
Is
go
that
back?
is that what they
That's
were
what the
doing?
original premise was. Remember, the
Harvest
president
the-
was taking mind
Oh,
control,
right.
And he said they're locusts. They wipe out planets. They're here for our resources.
They're here for our resource. I remember that. So in the trailer, it looks like the whole planet's getting nuked or like getting crashed into by something, right?
Well, they came from the clouds. Remember, they couldn't see their ships. Until
Yeah. But doesn't it look like a huge ship is crashing into
It looks
Earth?
like from the perspective from when they're on the moon that the ship is like on fire or something. But
Yeah.
that could just be
Entering-
them entering the Earth's atmosphere.
Yeah,
In or,
yeah.
In the
in
original
orbit.
one, they had ships position themselves all around the globe. Remember, it was millions, or not millions, but like hundreds of ships all around Earth.
Over the
Strategic- There was
cities.
a countdown that Jeff Goldblum's character found out about.
Yeah.
This one looks like just like one massive ship.
One massive ship, yeah. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna. I don't know what kind of
Okay.
virus we're gonna create to stop this movie. But did I say thumbs up? I said thumbs up. Yeah.
Okay.
Did you say?
I did not say.
All right.
You said thumbs up. You said an optimistic thumbs up. I want to say.
I already know what your answer is, by the way.
What?
I know
Tell
you
me.
so well. You're
Tell me.
like, Will Smith isn't in it.
How do you know?
Thumbs down.
You give an optimistic thumbs up. I'm getting a pessimistic thumbs down.
Just because of Will Smith?
Yes. No. Not just because of Will Smith. It just didn't seem interesting. I need a second trailer.
Yeah.
I need a second trailer showing me more.
Sure.
Like, I know there's impending peril. You just automatically know that when you see that they're making Independence Day 2.
Yeah.
They didn't show me anything I didn't already expect.
Yeah.
Sure, the ships are bigger. I was sure they would be.
Yeah.
Jeff Goldblum's in it saying, oh my gosh, I'm sure he would say that.
Yeah.
And there's no Will Smith. Nothing for me to look forward to. So I need something, I need a little glimmer of hope because right now it's just like something that I'm a little paranoid of. It's aliens coming and destroying Earth.
Yeah.
Show me a little bit of, show me a little light at the end of the tunnel and then maybe I can get excited about
We
it.
need someone opening up a spacecraft, never seeing an alien before, and punching it in the face and saying, "Welcome to Earth."
Yes, exactly. We
Where's
saw
that
like,
moment?
and also like the main protagonist, like the action hero of this from the trailer, I could see is
right.
Liam Hemsworth.
Yeah, we totally forgot to mention Chris or Liam.
Liam,
Yeah.
his younger brother.
Yeah.
And but he wasn't really seen doing anything, and I don't like in every movie there has to be like a love interest, and when you're kissing this damsel, I'm like, guys. I understand the Earth is about to end. I don't want to see some guy getting his last nut off, okay? I want to see him
Whoa.
like actually kicking butt and taking names.
Yeah.
I don't need, and I don't
Will
especially need
Smith?
to see that.
Will Smith was going after his girl, man.
Not in the trailer. Not in the trailer.
Okay.
I have nothing to look forward to in this trailer, so that's why I need another one. But for now, I'm getting a pessimistic thumbs down. Plus, well, I take this back. I was about to say, ain't no black people in the trailer. There was, but we didn't ever hear from them.
Who wasn't?
I don't know. It wasn't me.
He was
Doesn't
getting
matter.
Out of bed. He was getting out of bed to look over his shoulder. That one guy.
Yeah, it's not me, so I don't care.
Side note, they explain what happened to Will Smith's character on the website.
Great. So now I had to go on the website and read.
This is hilarious. Ready? I forget the guy's name, but Colonel so-and-so. So, spoilers, he died in a training exercise as they were testing the alien technology. Years ago.
So there's no way of him coming
His
back.
character has died.
Okay.
Officially, according to the website.
All right.
So that's,
Great.
whatever.
But he
Take that
comes
as
back as Hancock and then punches all the aliens in their respective faces.
Yeah.
I can't wait for Hancock too. I love that movie. Do you remember seeing that movie?
Yeah. Are they making Hancock?
I think it's been in development for years. I think since
Yeah.
it did so well at the box office.
Hey, hand job.
Who said that? Who was
Some homeless
The
guy.
homeless guy. So, yeah. Oh man, yeah, that would be great. That'd be great.
That would be great.
Or his son coming back from After Earth / Karate Kid and Karate chopping all the aliens too.
Did you-
Jaden Smith?
I was thinking about starting After Earth, like watching it, but you all right?
I'm good.
You dying? You want some water?
I'm good.
Have a sip.
Oh, look at that, brothers sharing the same
Yeah.
bottle.
You
Like
owe
when
me.
they were babes.
You owe me for that.
Where's my water?
I'm the guest. Where's my water? Sorry.
Sally, can we fly a water up here for our guest, please?
Lost my train of thought.
Come on, Sally.
Avian
Oh,
shops.
After Earth. Was that good?
I didn't see it.
Oh, okay.
People said it was the worst thing they've ever seen.
Never mind.
People say
After bankruptcy.
I would rather pull out each of my individual fingernails
Yeah.
then proceed to my toenails before seeing that movie.
Well, instead of After Earth, I think I'm going to see a couple of movies this Christmas break.
Awesome. One of them's Krampus, right?
One of them's not Krampus.
Dang it.
I'll tell you the two I'm looking forward to most.
Okay.
That movie where Leonardo DiCaprio runs around like a crazy wolf man.
What is it called?
The Revenant.
Yes.
Yes, I got
Yes,
it right.
you got it.
I got it right. Let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah. And so it's not just Leonardo DiCaprio. It's also starring Tom Hardy.
Yes, I love
Who-
Tom Hardy.
I mean,
You can do no wrong.
he can do wrong.
Uh-oh.
But it's not him. It's the movies that he's been like. I don't like forever. He's gonna be
No, don't you mean?
He's always gonna be that guy.
Really, Bruce? I wish I had a cup.
I broke your back. He's always gonna be that guy to me,
know, yeah.
or the guy who's like, what
What is that guy?
And freaking Mad Max.
yeah.
He's like shaking around. So I just need to see him in a better project. Wasn't he in that movie with Chris Pine where they're both spies?
Yes.
I think I
What was
saw
that
that,
called?
and I think I liked it. I'm like, okay, Tom Hardy, thumbs up to you, but Batman, I need you to stop. Okay,
They were both charming in that.
yes, but so this movie is starring him as well as Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yes.
And this looks like a fun movie that's not like the stereotypical Oscar nod movie coming out on Christmas Day. You know, it's not like a
Did you say fun? A fun movie?
yeah, meaning
That's an interesting way to portray this movie.
well, I'm gonna have
Guys look crazy. in
right.
this
I'm gonna
movie.
enjoy seeing this movie.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun watching it.
Gotcha,
It's not
gotcha.
like a fun, rom-com or anything like that. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna have fun watching this movie.
Yeah.
It's not the stereotypical Oscar nod where you're it's a biopic.
Yeah,
or
but
anything like that.
I bet you he will get an Oscar nomination. Leonardo DiCaprio will for this movie.
He didn't
depending how
get
it's
he didn't
portrayed.
get a
How
Golden
it plays
Globe
out.
nomination, which we'll be
Oh, really?
talking about on our next show a little
Yeah,
bit.
yeah.
Golden Globe nominations, but in the Critics' Choices Critics' Choice Awards as well. I don't think he did.
Yeah.
I don't think he did.
But it definitely looks freaking intense.
Yeah, it does.
Like it's I don't even know what the plot is really, but they're
Right.
what
Well,
time era is it?
It's in like late 1800s, I think.
Okay.
And he has a hybrid son, I think, as Tom Hardy's character calls it. He's like he has like a I want to say
Oh.
an Inuit, but like the native woman as his mate, and they have a son. And all that we can tell is that they're traveling from one place to another, and Leonardo DiCaprio gets sick, and Tom Hardy hates his inbred son.
Okay.
And so Leonardo DiCaprio gets sick.
Spoilers
And
coming.
spoilers. And he takes him away and says, "Yeah, I'm gonna go help him." But instead, he like hits him and is digging a hole, a
son
grave.
kills
He's
Leo.
like he's trying to kill Leonardo DiCaprio
Okay.
because Leo is the leader of the group, as far as I can tell, and
Yeah.
Tom Hardy wants like to step up, but
Yeah.
he's always getting shot down. So he kind of takes Leonardo aside and tries like to bury him, and his son comes and tries to save him and gets into a fight with Tom Hardy, and Tom Hardy kills his son. And then buries Leonardo DiCaprio alive.
Right.
And everyone thinks he's dead, but we see like his hand reach out of the mass grave of the grave like a zombie, and he's far behind the group now, and has to go back, and he's on a revenge-seeking path.
Yeah. Yeah, that looks very vicious
Yeah.
and intense.
You know what? I can tell two things about this movie.
Yeah.
One, it's going to have a great storyline for Tom Hardy and Leonardo DiCaprio. And two, it's going to be about 15 to 20 minutes too long.
Ooh.
I can already tell.
Solid prediction.
I think this will be Leo's Oscar finally.
You think
This
so?
will be it. Yep.
Yeah.
Should have gotten one for Wolf of Wall Street.
Who won that year?
That was that last year? Was
a
it
year or
Eddie?
two ago?
Eddie.
Eddie, who beat Birdman, who beat Michael Keaton. Eddie Remney.
Oh, sure.
Who was
I think that was last year.
Yeah, I
Stephen
think it was
Hawking,
too.
yeah.
Yeah. But
But who else would be the contenders? They saying
For this year?
They thought what's his name, Johnny Depp, but then that's kind of
No, he got completely looked over.
Yeah.
For Lenny, not
Just
Lenny,
the lack
Whitey
of-
Bulger.
Yeah, lack of strength of
Oh,
contenders, and
Oh,
Leo's
but-
been overdue. And
that's interesting. I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe Eddie again. He's in this Dutch girl movie.
he plays a girl,
He's
yeah.
he plays a woman.
Oh, okay.
That's such Oscar bait. Somebody brought this to my attention. What do you call it? The Turing Test. What was that movie last year? About
Turing
the
Test?
guy making the Alan Turing,
Alan Turing, yeah, the Intimidation Game.
the intimidation game. What's his name? Mike Cumberbatch.
Benedict Cumberbatch.
Benedict, thank you. Somebody brought this to my attention. That role was made for an Oscar. Okay, this is the character. He's a closeted homosexual, genius, picked on his whole life, and he was a Jew during the Nazis, right? He was Jewish, right?
I think he was.
And he turned out to be insane and suicidal.
And-
That's, you know,
And
besides from playing a near retarded person, like that's Oscar
Yeah.
bait.
And-
I don't mean to be.
Never go full retard.
Yeah, so thank
and,
you.
and created basically modern day computer technology.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
won a war.
Uber genius and was.
I thought that was based on like some real person.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a real person.
It
Like,
was a it was a biopic. Yeah.
you know, I guess to the writer's credit, he was a real person, and I'm sure a
Yeah.
lot of that was pretty true. But like, that's the essential. If you could if you could engineer an Oscar-winning role, that would be it.
Sure.
All right, I digress.
What else is coming out on Christmas?
I cannot wait. I think it's coming out this weekend or next weekend, but
Okay.
it's called The Big Short. Have
With
you guys?
so many people in it.
Yeah, everyone's in this movie,
Yeah.
and so many awesome, like a few up and comers too. Max from New Girl. What's his name? Max Schneider? No, that's somebody else.
The one who plays a pretty boy?
Yeah, who
Okay.
plays Schmidt.
Okay.
Max Greenfield. Field. He's in it.
Okay.
He's overlooked. But Brad Pitt,
wait,
Steve...
wait. The one who was in like the new Hamburglar?
Yes, thank you.
Ugh.
You love him.
I
You love
him.
The new McDonald's boy. Brad Pitt.
Now that we're recording this, you can see my faces and my face of sarcasm.
Brad Pitt, Steve Carell,
Christian Bale.
Christian Bale.
And
I forget.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling.
Ryan Gosling. Holy
Yeah.
cow.
Yeah.
Those are four
Ladies.
heavy hitters. Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But it's about the banking collapse in 2007, and it looks like just a smart, sharp, funny.
Based on the book by Michael Lewis.
Ooh, based
Also
by the
did
Thank You Cash.
Moneyball.
Oh really? Oh, I'm gonna love this.
You're gonna
movie.
love this movie,
I'm
then.
I'm sold.
Yeah. You gonna go see it in a movie theater? Mm-hmm. Let's go see it.
Right after.
Krampus.
Right after we see this little indie movie that some people have been talking about. Some people have been talking about this little indie movie. Shot on an iPhone, like an iPhone 4, not an iPhone 6.
Not even the latest generation.
Guys, Star Wars is coming out today, because it's going to be Thursday when we post it. It's coming out tonight.
Dun 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 dun.
Dun, 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 dun!
All right, guys. If you ever want to test a true Star Wars fan,
Yeah.
ask him to sing the main theme song. So, guys, sing it now.
Are you
Go.
ready? Dun, 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 dun.
Fantastic. Good
Yes.
job. Clearly, these are two fans because
Tory,
some
please
wishy-washy
recite
fans.
the opening theme song to Star Trek: The Next Generation.
There's no opening theme song to the site. But
That's why it failed.
that's why I spelled. But some like bandwagon Star Wars fans,
Yeah.
always get it confused with the Indiana Jones theme song.
Yes.
So-
Which is,
Dun, 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 dun.
yeah. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm thinking of Superman.
you're thinking of, like-
Dun,
Yeah. So anyway, they don't.
dun,
Clearly,
dun,
these are
dun,
two like
It's all John
hardcore
Williams.
fans.
It's all
dun,
John
dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun,
So they always get it
dun.
confused with another movie, but
Yeah.
clearly these guys
We
are
know our
fanboys.
shizzle,
You know
my
your-
nizzle.
You know your shizzle whizzle.
Guys,
stars
do you
whizzle.
know how much money this has already made? This movie that hasn't even come out yet.
$45,000 pre-sale tickets.
It has sold $100 million in
What?
pre-sale tickets, which
How is
is
that possible?
Which is 3 times the record
How is that possible?
because it's Star Wars, baby. It's
But
Star
okay,
Wars,
but
baby.
how long? Like,
I'm gonna-
how far into the future are they releasing ticket sales? Like the first 2 weeks, first 3 weeks?
You could buy them like a month ago. That's when we bought ours.
Right, a month ago. But for like how many weeks into the run of it?
You
Not
could-
just opening weekend. It had to be like this, the second and third weeks.
Oh no
after,
no!
right?
It's $100 million in the opening weekend.
How I don't understand how that's possible. Like every movie theater and every single screen.
Jurassic
is,
World opened up with $208 million opening weekend.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so $208 million. So we've already I love this
Yeah.
royal we've already reached $100 million.
Quintupled that.
Yeah, $100
That's
million.
5 times, right? Quintuple.
I don't know.
I'm
$100
gonna go
million,
with that.
right? So, and that was just a normal release. Star Wars is actually opening up on a few small, fewer screens than Jurassic World for a few reasons. Let's not get into it. But it's totally possible.
Okay, that
there's
is-
so many showings of this movie.
That doesn't make sense. If it's on fewer screens how can it make like if theaters aren't charging more per ticket, if it's opening on fewer screens, how is it possible that it made more than?
Well, first of all, it's Thursday. The movie hasn't opened yet. Jurassic World, not every single seat in every single theater was filled.
In Jurassic World, right?
Right.
Okay, sure.
Theoretically, like, that's never happened before or whatever.
But this is like everything is sold
before
out.
anyone's actually gone to the theater, it's already hit $100 million, which is probably top 10 for the year already. So if no one actually goes to the theater and sees this movie this weekend, it's already reached 5 or 6 on this year's list or whatever.
Okay.
It's, well, for opening weekend, it's like number 3. Well, whatever it is. That number is going to just exponentially, not exponentially, but that number is going to definitely grow over the next couple of days as this movie comes out on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Okay. That's
Huge numbers.
That's. I got to see like a pie chart or something because I'm a visual person.
Yeah, you are.
So I got to see that. But anyway, that's ridiculous.
That's ridiculous. Now, guys, have you been shading your eyes from spoilers?
Well, I know you have because
Yes.
didn't you release like a share on Facebook? There's some like extension of Google Chrome.
Did you share that with me, Cash?
I didn't share. You shared it with me.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
you should.
Chrome.
Guys, listen up because this is going to be a great app or whatever it is
for the next few hours
for
of this weekend.
Yeah, for next until you see it.
Yeah. Basically, Chrome, if you use Chrome, there's this app that you can download. It's an extension. If you don't know what that means, just don't listen to the next little bit here. Basically, it tells you if there's spoilers on the page you're about to visit. A window will pop up and say, hey, dude, there might be spoilers on this page, FYI.
Have you used it yet?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah?
It works.
It works?
It's awesome.
Okay. All right. So, guys, Chrome, if you don't know, is a web browser, a search engine from Google. It's free to download.
Yeah.
You can go like to Google and search Chrome. And then what's this app or extension called?
I don't know. I'll put a link to it.
Okay, put a link to it.
Star Wars spoiler.
Anyway, you can
probably
download
figure.
Google Chrome for free.
Yeah.
So that way you can avoid any spoilers of Star Wars in your near future.
Yeah. Now, and before we talk more about Star Wars, I just want to preface all this. We're not going to spoil anything. Okay?
No.
We don't know anything. I know nothing about it.
I don't know a damn thing.
We don't know anything. We're not going to spoil anything. We're just going to talk about the expectations of it. Cash, what has it gotten on Rotten Tomatoes thus far?
Last time I checked, it was 97%.
97%. Which
And,
means
you know-
out of 100 people, only 3 didn't care for it.
Yeah, and those 3 were probably Star Trek fans. Let's just face it.
Let's just put it out there.
Let's just face it.
Let's just put it out there.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah, okay.
Tory's like, you can see it. Look at how he's getting angry.
I'm not getting angry.
Look at his face.
I'm not getting angry.
This is his face when he gets angry.
No, my nostrils flare. There you go.
Like that. Sorry, I was flaring my nostrils for all the listeners. Wow, look at those things.
Yeah, right?
You could.
You could what? You could what? Go ahead. You could what?
Never say that to a Trekkie.
What could you fit up there? What could you...
Moving on. Cash, tell us about what this. Yeah, that's so weak. Tory's trying to attempt the Spock
What are you doing? This
vagina thing. This is the
Spot
vagina
on.
thing, right? Look at this.
It's
I'm
spot
not even a
on.
Trekkie. Are your fingers broken?
No.
Holy cow! I've never noticed that.
Curve.
Oh my God, they
You're
are.
double jointed. That's why.
Are they double... Well, I can't bend them back all the way.
Jeez,
they're
Tory,
jointed.
that
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that is
Is
the
that
weirdest
double
thing.
joint?
How have I
see
not
how
noticed that?
see how mine's
Wait, oh yeah,
straight
because
up?
like, can you do this?
Oh my God!
Can you... it's like
Oh my God! We have
Like
to
a
film
raptor.
that
It's like
and
E.T.
make a
Like a
video.
raptor.
It's E.T. It's E.T.
Oh, Tory, that is so gross.
ET phone
I've
home.
never seen that before.
I've always had that, and I don't know like what that wasn't normal.
Okay, wait. Cash, what is your? How good
You're crying right now.
do you think Star Wars is going to be? Force Awakens.
I believe with the people involved and the amount riding on it, I believe it will be up there. It won't be Empire, but I think it could be as good as A New Hope.
Ooh.
It's my expectations. Nothing will ever be better than Empire, but
Now, once again, no spoilers here.
Yes.
I'm going to start with Cash. Cash, do you think they're going to be tying in, obviously Han, Luke, Leia, Chewie, they're all in this movie, but like the question I want to know is like
Where is Jar Jar?
who is the bad guy?
Oh.
You know, dear God, it better not be Jar Jar.
I think that we will a person or two that we think will be bad will actually turn or is just confused in this, and I think we'll learn that they'll switch sides, so to speak.
Okay.
But yeah, that's what makes me optimistic is we don't know. No one knows.
No one knows.
Even with all the TV spots and everything.
So we've seen him in or at least one bad guy in the trailer, but we don't know who's under that mask.
We don't know. Okay, Adam Driver is under the mask, the actor. That's no spoiler.
Right.
Kylo
Okay.
Ren, yeah.
He's Kylo Ren, right? The question is, who is he?
Yeah.
Is he related
Who's
to
Kylo
people?
Ren? Yeah. Is he related to Vader?
Another question is he working for somebody else? Which I have a feeling
Okay.
He has his own agenda.
Sure. Question: Kylo Ren was not in any of the previous movies, right?
correct.
Okay, he was. We just know his name just from this movie.
Yes.
And we just know his name and nothing else about him, right?
Correct.
Okay.
There's a theory. Cash, can you help me out on the Knights of Ren theory?
There's a theory that after the events of Return of the Jedi, if you remember, Luke and Leia were really the only two Jedi Force since the people left. So
Yeah.
there's a theory out there that Luke would have tried to continue the teachings and start a group, try to find other potential Force sensitive people, other Jedi, and train them. The theory that Kylo Ren, his last name being Ren, was a Knight of Ren that could be hypothetically started by Luke, aka he could have been a disciple of Luke, one of his students.
So did you say Knights of Ren?
Knights of Ren.
What is that?
That is supposedly a group of young
Jedi.
Jedi that supposedly Luke could have started, which is all just part of the rumor mill. But
Okay.
and
But we have no idea.
Well, you see a shot in the film. It's that rain shot.
Yeah.
It's obviously Kylo Ren and
trailer.
other dark figures. He's the only one holding a lightsaber.
Yeah. And that's just a theory, once again, guys. That we know nothing. We know absolutely nothing. Now, here's
That's a good theory, though.
yes. Well,
I mean,
so that kind of means he's going to be a nobody. He could die in this movie and like, oh, who cares? You know?
yeah,
right?
he could.
He could be a red herring for the trailers.
Yeah.
Because everyone wants to know who's going to be the
Sure.
evil villain.
Sure.
Like, cool, let's just give him a face. They don't know anything about him. Let's just give him a face.
Yeah.
And a name.
Yeah.
You know, because J.J. Abrams
Like
is
the guy from the first movie with the double
Darth
blade.
Maul.
Yeah,
Darth Maul.
Yeah.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
J.J. Abrams is notorious for keeping everything close to the chest. He doesn't release anything. Even I was talking to Cash with me as he went to an audition with me today, and we're like, for anything that J.J. Abrams has done, whether it's television or movies, Super 8, whatever, his sides for the casting process are fake sides. They don't have any character name, character name from the product of production. They don't have any real sides or
Yeah.
real lines from the actual script.
Yeah.
It's either the casting or some writers write a mock scene for audition purposes only to see if you can get like the work similar to what the character of the production will be. Half the time, actors don't even know what you're auditioning for or who you're auditioning for. You know, so I find it hard to believe that J.J. Abrams will leak this actor's name and the character name of Kylo Ren for it to be an actual huge arc and a main villain of this movie. I think it's going to be a red herring.
I'm pretty on board with you on that. Like red herring. Now, I don't think he's gonna be just like a jerk off, like with a
not at
weird
all, not at
vendetta. And I say that because once again, spoilers. This is all speculative, but if you really don't, I could be right here. Okay, I could be totally right, which might ruin the movie. So if you want to stop listening, that's okay, guys. But so they had a casting announcement that in episodes 8 and 9. What's his face?
Anakin?
No. Yes. Benicio del Toro was cast as somebody.
Right.
Now, Benicio, he's a menacing dude. His voice sounds like,
JJ.
Lucifer's, freaking chewing gravel.
And JJ originally wanted him to play Khan, which would have made a million times. Wouldn't have saved the movie, but would have made a lot more sense.
Yeah. Now you have a guy who's older, who's definitely like, he could easily be a bad guy. With a black cape. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Throw cape on him and he's a bad dude all of a sudden. Now, since he's older, it makes me think of the original concept of these movies would be going all the way back to the first trilogy, saying Darth Plagueis is still alive. Now, Darth Plagueis, for all of those who don't know, he's not in any of the movies, and he's only mentioned once or twice by Darth Sidious. And Darth Plagueis taught Darth Sidious.
Darth Sidious being the Emperor.
Yeah, Palpatine. Okay, and he's only mentioned in episode 3, I think. Cash, what else about Plagueis am I forgetting? Do you know much about him?
The only other things that I've heard of that is a potential, tells us something about the movie is you keep seeing Rey with this staff throughout the film.
Okay.
And it's featured prominently. And even in the posters, it shows her with the staff, and it shows everyone with their weapon, their lightsaber, their blaster. And supposedly Darth Plagueis had a staff.
Oh, you're kidding.
And when asked
you're kidding.
press release directly about it to Daisy Ridley, she clammed up and either didn't know what the person was talking about or didn't want to give anything away.
I feel like that's interesting. That's interesting.
The
Well,
fact that they keep featuring a staff. Why would you keep prominently featuring a staff? It's in the poster. It's every time you see her with this staff.
now to give throw a few more logs on. Basically, Darth Plagueis created Anakin. Okay, that's how Anakin is this Jesus Christ figure because he was conceived. His mother conceived him
a miraculous
miraculously.
conception.
Yeah, that was actually Darth Plagueis and Darth Sidious together. It was weird. I read this is like wiki pages and through my own nerd research, so it's totally nerd. It's totally it could be totally false, right? But they sent out midichlorians all over the galaxy and kind of infected mothers with midichlorians, and they had a child.
Okay.
It was a spell, essentially. Wizardry, whatever. And Anakin was one of those children, and he was, of course, the most powerful Jedi, and really actually meant to become one of the Plagueis and Sidious's apprentices, which came true eventually. Mm-hmm. But Plagueis was killed by Darth Sidious. The Sith Lords always betray their master. It's kind of a vicious cycle, and it doesn't really make much sense because, like, why would you go into a contract where you're going to get stabbed in the back? Like, that's a part of it. You know what I mean?
Right.
But that aside, Darth Sidious killed Darth Plagueis at the end of episode 1. If you had filmed it, that scene would have happened right after Palpatine was elected intermediate chancellor. That's how it is in the stories and stuff. And that makes a lot of sense. Like he could, quote unquote, die, but maybe his Sith spirit is still alive. And now it's like 50 years after that point. So, like, who's the actor that I keep forgetting that was cast? Benicio del Toro. He's not older, but like he's 50 or whatever, and he could definitely he could empower, Plagueis. That would be a great actor to take on that role.
Sure.
That's my fan theory.
Awesome.
And my theory is Plagueis is, in cohorts with Kylo Ren.
Okay. Here's a suggestion of what I would like to see. Everyone dies, and the beings that saved the day are the Ewoks, because they're cute and cuddly, and no one wants to see them die.
Cash, what do you think? What do you?
Nubby up. And the other thing that, obviously we haven't seen Luke in any of these things, and you also have to remember that Luke, technically speaking, is the most powerful individual there is.
And Mark Hamill's nowhere in these productions.
Not a single. He's not in any of the trailers.
But is he in?
Oh, he's in the movie.
He is in the movie.
Oh
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
He hasn't. He literally has not a single frame in any of the trailers.
Right. Okay.
And as menacing as Kylo Ren appears to be, he in theory is nothing compared to Luke.
Yeah.
Because of just the experience level. The other rumor that was just a rumor briefly is that supposedly Hayden Christensen, who played Anakin, was seen on set. That to me of this movie. That to me, if he was a Force ghost, which is a rumor, which is something so out of left field, I don't believe it to be true whatsoever. But if he were to show up, I don't even know who he'd show up as a Force ghost for. But that to me would just be something so out of left field. I don't know if I'd love it or hate it.
Whoa, wait. What do you mean for? He would be Anakin Skywalker.
No, he's dead. He'd be a Force ghost.
I know.
Yeah.
He'd show up for Luke.
But why would he show up for Luke?
I don't know. I thought you were confused on who he would play.
No. But I'm just saying, if you had Force ghosts in this, which again would be...
Yeah.
That's what the original had, that
Right. Oh, yeah.
Like,
and I have a feel like he's definitely in episode 8, I think. Like he got... we all heard rumors that that he was flown out to Ireland to film over there or whatever. Look, and that could have been reshoots for this movie because that happened months ago, and they locked the movie only 2 weeks ago or whatever. So
really?
Anything really we could see
The
Yoda.
the movie wasn't done until 2 weeks ago.
like 8 days ago or something.
Oh,
the movie was
interesting.
finally locked.
Interesting. Okay.
AJ was snipping in what?
Just making it perfect.
A lot of the latter stuff was obviously sound and getting the music right and stuff like that. But you can with today's technology, you can go and say, oh shoot, we really need a scene that does this, and you can just shoot it one day and then just plop it in the next. So if you literally have 36 hours, you can do it.
JJ spoke a lot about that Harrison Ford injury helping them. How Harrison Ford got injured on set.
Oh,
Wait, with the plane crash, or he got injured on set?
On the set, when the Millennium Falcon hydraulic door came down on him.
He hurt his leg.
Hurt his leg.
Yeah.
They had to take some time off because he had to have surgery, but they said they actually helped them because they looked at what they had shot and kind of realized they didn't like what they saw or how they were going about, so they changed everything after that.
Oh, cool.
So if you think about that, it must be helpful to have a break all of a sudden.
Get it? Break?
That forces
How much-
you to stop and then take a look again.
Yeah,
at how you're shooting.
yeah.
Now, with it being J.J. Abrams, how much do you think Disney, the studio, has on the edit of the movie? When you say Disney executives come and say, "Hey, I think you should do this instead of that," or "I don't like the way that this storyline is going," or "How about you bring back Jar Jar Binks?" Like, how much in influence do they have?
Do you know this answer? I do. If you don't.
I believe JJ said he would total control.
Yeah, I don't know if he had final cut. Like that's something that's pretty like epic and
Unprecedented,
contracts. Like when you have final cut, it's like you could literally do anything and
you
ship
want.
it to the distributor without approval.
Yeah.
And like that's no companies want to do that for anybody other than Quentin Tarantino. But he had just about almost everything but final cut.
Okay.
Him and Kathleen Kennedy, like Kathleen Kennedy is such trusted hands.
Really?
She's produced everything from E.T. to Jurassic Park, yada yada.
Who
60
else
credits.
could you name that you'd be more comfortable with than the people they've put in charge of this?
Yeah, basically. And Lawrence Kasdan writing it.
You would trust more.
Yeah, like
I mean, if they can't do it, it can't be done, simply put.
Was there only one writer on this?
JJ and Lawrence Kasdan co-wrote it together.
Okay.
Originally, they had Michael Arndt, who wrote Toy Story 3 and Little Miss Sunshine and the second Hunger Games movie, but they fired him. I heard some inside stuff where, like,
He wrote
as soon as I say, like, oh, I heard, I'm like, did they have me promise not to say this? Whatever. Michael Arndt's version was this way.
Yes.
And then JJ wanted it basically this way.
Right.
It was a huge divergence.
Okay. All right.
And some people really liked what Michael Arndt was suggesting. But
So,
JJ didn't.
moving forward, if there are people, well, apparently 3 out of every 100 who hate the movie,
Yeah.
the only real person to blame is J.J. Abrams.
Oh. You
Think about that pressure.
Yeah.
Think about that weight. I'm sure he's obviously a huge nerd and sci-fi fan, but imagine the weight on his shoulders. Like, I think it would be super exciting to be a writer director, say, "Oh my God, I have the keys to the Star Wars kingdom, and I have permission to make more movies." Like, you're gonna be gung ho about that. But at what point during production do you think, "Oh my God, I'm starting to second guess myself. If this is a huge failure, everyone's going to blame me." And yeah, I have a great track record, but even I can't escape, like, fucking up Star Wars. How do you think that pressure is? Like, how does one cope with that?
What do you
All
think?
the amounts
What
of
do you think,
pressure.
Cash?
If it doesn't turn out, they'll find him hanging by a noose in his closet.
Yeah, with all jokes aside, that's probably true.
With a rope made of money, with a rope made of $1 million bills. Well, look at it this way: to a lot of people, George Lucas already fucked up Star Wars
How so? With
with
the 1, 2, 3?
3. A lot of
Okay.
people hate
And
those
going
movies.
into anything, it's always better if when you're taking over replacing someone, if the product you're taking over, the business of the organization is on the floor, so to speak, in quality, it's hit rock bottom. So it's almost impossible for you to hit that low mark of the prequels. It's
Yeah.
almost a guaranteed success if you think about it.
It's
Is-
gonna be better than Jar Jar Binks.
Now,
on pod
tell me,
racing.
I believe you already answered this in this same podcast, but are there any influences from episodes 1 through 3, or is JJ just continuing the storyline of 4 through 6?
Well, it's all, Anakin Skywalker and the Skywalker family are through 1 through 6.
Right.
So it's all
It's part
one
of
huge
canon,
saga.
yeah.
Yeah, it's the canon, the official Bible or whatever you want to call it, and it evolves 1, 2, 3. Like, guys like Jar Jar are not in the movie, but I'm sure you're gonna see
Might be an Easter egg of a skeleton.
Warwick
supposedly.
Davis, who plays Wicket, one of the Ewoks. He also played a character in episode 1. Like he's in this movie.
Yep.
I don't know what he's doing, but he's probably, that would be interesting if he's playing himself.
They claim that Leopold, that actress, what's her name? Leopold, who won the Oscar.
Oh,
for
I don't know
Life.
her name. Yeah.
The character that she plays, which is a digital character, supposedly there's a statue of that character in the prequels that they took to create them, to put them in this movie.
Oh.
That was the inspiration for it.
Oh.
So
That's interesting.
That's something they've taken from the prequels, supposedly.
Yeah, but it'll all feel like one huge movie.
Okay.
I Jar Jar is not going to be in there for a specific reason.
Sure.
I think JJ's real smart. This is a huge undertaking. You've just set the bar with how you mentioned it. But you have Kathleen Kennedy, you have JJ, you have Lawrence Kasdan, who wrote episodes 5 and 6. Like he knows story really well. And as long as as long as Harrison Ford, those guys have like the input that they had in the previous ones, I think it's great. Did you know that I kind of was shocked at this? The pivotal Empire Strikes Back scene where, Leia says, "I love you" to Han Solo before he's basically frozen to death. And Han Solo fires back with, "I know," like a total badass that he is. Harrison Ford said, "Oh, I have this idea. Let's say I'll say that." Lawrence Kasdan, who's on set, the writer, was like, no, that's terrible. Like, he was totally against that. Isn't that crazy how a guy can create such a wonderful, movie and build that relationship up to that climax,
And then you have some douchebag come
some
in.
actor who's on set for 2 days.
Yeah.
But
But, all right, you're literally nobody.
Yeah.
He's nobody.
But it's interesting how
You may have Indiana. Wait, what? That was
He
episode
was 5.
That was episode 5. So
he
did
had done probably
4
Indiana
already.
Jones.
So when he started, okay, but still, you're nobody up to this point.
Well, I wouldn't say he's nobody, and you should always take suggestions no matter who they're from.
yeah.
But
And
it's
this
real real interesting that Lawrence Kasdan was like so against that. Like that was so out of character for him.
Did they start filming episode 5 after episode 4 had been released?
Yeah.
Okay.
They did 4. Lucas worked on the script with a few people, and then they started 5, and then it wasn't like today's, like they did The Matrix 2 and 3 back to back.
Right. Or all the
Hunger Games.
Lord of the Rings.
Oh yeah.
They are about to start shooting
Hey,
episode 8. I know that.
Yes,
some of the
that's a
actors.
different director.
Yeah.
Like that's a closer, but at least it's not like intertwined with 9.
here's just like a quick question out of left field. As Star Wars true diehard bleed through and through Star Wars fans, which type of fan do you like the least? Star Trek fans or Lord of the Rings fans?
Ooh, great question.
As Kevin Smith said, when a Lord of the Ring fan refers to the trilogy and he stops in his tracks and has an aneurysm, I would say probably the worst thing is Lord of the Rings fans. I understand it comes from a book, but to refer to anything as the trilogy,
And not be talking about Star
as
Wars.
Kevin Smith says, most of those movies are just about people walking around all day.
Okay.
I'm gonna have to agree with my brother. Yeah, Lord of the
Alright.
Rings fans are. I hate it when like they try to compare those movies, like Star Wars to Lord of the Rings. It's like,
two complete different, not even universes, but just beliefs.
yeah, I don't know what that belief is walking around.
In Star Trek, I've always felt Star Trek isn't fantasy so much as it's just a glimpse into the future. If you really sit down and think about it, like
That's an
1,000 years
interesting
from
way
now,
to- yeah.
How if we meet other civilizations, do you really think we wouldn't conjoin with them and share our technology and explore the galaxy together?
Yeah.
Like Star Trek is more. It's not so much fiction to me. Star
Yeah.
Wars is pure storytelling,
Fantasy,
Western fantasy.
yeah.
Star Trek I've always felt was like true sci-fi, true futuristic type
yeah.
thoughts and feelings and.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah.
I don't know.
Star Trek is classical music. Star Wars is rock and roll.
Yeah.
Well done, Cash.
And Lord of the Rings is
I don't know.
Celtic?
Like
Nickelback.
Zing!
Cash with the freaking final blow there.
Dang.
With the Rock's elbow. The
the
people's,
people's elbow.
Man, that was a
Fantastic.
weird wrestling reference. I'd never even watched
Did you,
that
did,
stuff.
you didn't watch? Did
I,
you
I
watch?
played the game.
Okay,
We played
like-
the game.
Yeah.
Okay, like
But wait,
WWE.
let's go back to Turtles in Time. What a great game that was.
Yeah.
It was just easy enough for me to beat, too.
Turtle Power.
Turtle Power.
Where
yeah.
you didn't get too frustrated,
Yeah.
but yet you were able to complete.
It was
the
more of
game.
a marathon because the levels were kind of easy. I don't. Maybe there was a setting that
Yeah,
I was
there
playing
was,
it.
I think there was a couple.
Were we
settings.
playing it on like easy?
We had
or
the
something?
arcade. We played the arcade version.
Well, we had it on
arcade,
Super
and we had it
NES.
on Super NES.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I see a manhole cover, I still want to pick it up and chuck it. Like,
Manhole cover, yeah. Bring those things are like 30 pounds. There's no way you would have to wind up like a Roman Greek wrestler and
Yeah,
like
like
hurl
like
it.
you're like you're participating in a discus
Yeah, thank you.
competition.
Yeah, yeah.
couldn't you, after you killed guys, want there to be a pizza that appeared, and you
Sometimes,
eat
yeah,
that,
and then you
pick
would
that up in
regain
your
health
life?
and stuff. Yeah.
Turtle Power.
What was the last level?
Crane
was it
was
New
the
York?
ultimate boss.
New York. It was
Yeah.
back in New York.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
In,
oh
the,
yeah.
in the building, I think.
Yeah, you jump through times.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
there's those
What was
trains.
that robot that Crane was in? What was that?
the
called?
big dude
Yeah,
that
yeah.
could shrink and grow?
Yeah.
What was that body called?
I was it. Did it have a name?
Was it just Crane?
It was like
just
Crane the
Arthur
Brain, and he was just in this like mechanical outfit.
I think it had a name. I don't remember.
remember.
That was weird.
The exoskeleton?
Yeah.
Is that what it's called?
It wasn't really a skeleton. It was like a dude.
I know,
It was like
but
a
is that what it
flubby
was
dude.
called?
I don't know.
Yeah.
That doesn't.
Like was it like a little hairpiece?
And it had like
just
weird
little-
glasses.
Yeah, yeah.
Like with the
Goggles.
White,
Yeah,
almost.
yeah.
and
yeah.
just like Superman tights.
If they put that
Yes.
TMNT.
TMNT 3, that I'd have to see that just to see
Yeah.
that.
And what if it was? Oh, here's a good question. What if it wasn't like a robot? What if it was an actual guy? Like who would play that? Like I could see Jack Black playing that guy. If they made it like so like Crane wasn't like seen in the little front.
Yeah.
If he actually went into an inside and a person embodied this character, it could be like Seth Rogen. Nah, no, not Seth Rogen.
Will
but,
Ferrell. I would just.
Will Ferrell.
Let's get
Yeah,
the
that'd be
hype,
great.
Yeah.
And just walking around all Will Ferrell like that'd be great. Yeah.
Good times.
Yeah, good times, guys.
Good times. Tory, is there anything else you'd like to know about Star Wars? Because we are so jazzed up. We
Man,
are
you
ready
know what?
for it.
Thank you for lending me the
yeah.
first six the first six movies.
first
I'm
six.
excited.
Yeah.
just a
I hope they
knockout.
told you you can ignore episode 1 through 3.
Like so,
I'm gonna ignore
I,
that.
I had a question I asked Cord when I got these from. Which should I start with? 1 through 3 or 4 through 6?
You have an interesting that one you
There's,
told me about.
yeah,
What's
I
it
forget the name
called?
of it now, but there's some an order sequence that someone created as a specific name, which I can't remember, but they suggested starting with episode 4, A New Hope, episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, then going episode 2, Attack of the Clones, episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, and then episode 6, Return of the Jedi.
And
Disregarding.
Ignoring the Phantom
Okay.
Menace.
which I totally disagree with. I would just go traditionally 1, 2, 3, 4,
4,
5,
5,
6.
6. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I kind of hope let's end on that. I originally George Lucas wanted to make 12 movies.
Okay.
Back when he wrote the first one, he or during that time period, he's like this should be 12 movies.
What is that's called an anthology?
I don't know.
Like a series of books or
Well,
series
you're
of
calling
animation.
everything in. Well, the other spin-off Star Wars movies are referred to as anthology
right,
films.
yeah. I don't
okay,
know.
okay. Anyway,
But
12 films.
and Kathleen Kennedy, who's basically the godmother of Star Wars now, she's kind of running the shots on everything. She said 7, 8, and 9, and that's it for now. But these anthology films, Han Solo spin-off,
Boba
not
Fett.
spin-off, anthology, Bubba Fett, thank you. Rebel,
Wilson?
no,
Rogue
One,
Rogue One,
taking place in between 3 and 4. These movies are going to be so kick-ass.
which
too.
we,
I'm so
we may or may not see a trailer for that has not been confirmed. or
yeah,
denied.
during the new Star Wars. But she could easily just flick the switch and say, we're going to do 9, 10, and 10, 9, 10, and 11. What am I thinking?
7,
4,
8,
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
10, 11, 12, yeah. Which I'm okay for. More Star Wars, the better.
Okay.
I would love that.
All right.
Cash, would you like that?
Why would you not want more?
Yeah, why would you not want to go, like... obviously, they'd have to have the story there.
And presuming that 7 through 9 are going to be amazing.
Which they are. There is no... Personally, in my mind, there's no doubt. I'm going to love this movie, and I'm going to just want to see every other Star Wars thing.
So, with this high
afterwards.
expectation, do you think there's any chance whatsoever you'll be at least a little disappointed?
I don't think I could be, just because of the experience of the prequels of the Phantom Menace. Walking out of that theater, I think most people had that thought of, was that good or not?
Yeah.
Like, you didn't want to believe what your eyes and your heart and all your body senses were telling you.
Yeah.
Kind
of like Spider-Man 3.
That's why people went back and kept seeing it, because it's like, is this good or not? Like, you didn't want to believe
That it was bad.
that it was what it was.
Yeah.
This, I think, with the people involved, what's riding on it, $4 billion worth Disney has to make back because of what they paid George Lucas to get Star Wars. J.J. Abrams being the storyteller, Kathleen Kennedy, her experience with the greatest, she is our culture, basically. All the movies she's been involved with. The actors, every actor that's been cast is universally liked and is a great talent. I mean, if this doesn't do it, I don't know what else could.
And to your point, like, people are going in saying, hey, this could be bad. I got to actually pay attention and come out of here saying, like, is this Phantom Menace or is this A New Hope? I think people will be asking them that. And so thus far, 97%. I don't know if Rotten Tomatoes was around back when Phantom Menace came out. I don't think it was.
It wasn't. And this was made by a fanboy too. This was made by a Star Wars fan. This was not George Lucas.
Look, the guy who made the first four.
Right, but I'm just saying,
yeah.
George Lucas was doing his own thing in the prequels
That's
without
true.
outside influences
That's
like
true.
he had on the original trilogy.
Yeah.
He had Lawrence Kasdan. He had his
Irvin Kershner.
He had his professor direct the second one.
Yeah.
There were other influences on those other movies. The prequels were all him.
Yeah. That's true. That's very true. Tory, this movie's gonna be so amazing. We can't wait to tell you about it.
Let's do it.
yeah.
We're not gonna mention anything.
We're not gonna spoil anything.
At least until the new year.
Yeah.
Let's give people that much.
Couple of weeks.
Hey, look, they're out of town, spending time with their families.
Yeah.
You know,
When they should be watching Star Wars.
So we won't talk about it until the brand new year.
Yeah, basically.
Deal?
May the Force be with you.
Oh, good way.
Always.
Guys, find us on Twitter and Instagram at Cord and Tory Show. Tory, where can they find us on Facebook?
By searching and liking our page, the Cord and Tory Podcast Show.
Bam. And don't forget to subscribe, guys. It helps us out. Share it with your friends. I think this is a great episode to share with your friends who may be on the fence about seeing Star Wars. You know, maybe on the fence. I don't know who those people are because they're
If you're
crazy.
a Trekkie, you'll get to see the new Star Trek trailer. In
Yeah.
theaters.
Yeah.
And see a real science
And
fiction
then
movie.
you can leave right after the trailer, and then just go home and enjoy the rest of your day.
You're lucky. I love you. All right. May the Force be with you. We love you guys.
Thanks to our special guest Cash McConnell
Yeah,
coming out,
Cash
flying
McConnell.
all the way out
Oh,
from Massachusetts just to do this podcast.
Where can they find you on Twitter?
I think my Twitter is Cash McConnell.
That's very reassuring.
I think that's what
Is
my
that
Twitter
Cash
is.
Attack?
Or it's Cash Tag, I guess. Facebook's better.
Yeah. Facebook Cash McConnell.
Just you don't even have to add him as a friend. Just follow him because he posts so many interesting
hundreds of
links.
things.
I will murder your wall, just so you know.
Awesome.
You'll love it eventually.
Yeah.
I've said that.
It's like the type of guy who will literally tape your eyelids open and make you read a book.
I will feed your addiction.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much, guys. Happy holidays, and may the Force be with you.
Bye, guys.
See ya.
Cheers.
Are these really weird? I've had this.
They're the grossest thing I've ever seen.
Triple jointed, actually.
How am I?
See, I can't.
I want to take a photo
All
of
right,
that.
wait. How far can you bend your finger back? Does mine go further?
A little bit, but not crazy. I've seen crazy before.
Yeah, like I've seen when they touch the back. Of my
Yeah,
hand.
that's gross.
This is-
Never touch me with your hands again.
It's almost like E.T.'s fingers.
All right, bye, guys.